Happiness is overrated. People think it is the be-all end-all of life. If I'm not happy, then what's the point? They think they need to be happy to do anything meaningful. Or they think once I achieve this goal, then I'll be happy. Which is all worthless. Being happy isn't something to actively pursue. It is not important enough, it's too vague, and it's too unreasonable. Happiness is a byproduct, not the product itself. So why isn't happiness the answer to all of your problems? For one, there is too much fluctuation. If you are dependent on an emotion, it'll be much easier for other emotions to influence you, for better or for worse. And number two, happiness is only a byproduct of other actions you perform. Viktor E. Frankl said it best in his book, Man's Search for Meaning. For success, like happiness, cannot be pursued. It can only ensue, and it only does so as the unintended side effects of one's personal dedication to a cause greater than oneself, or as the byproduct of one's surrender to a person other than oneself. You should now be able to understand my point, and if you agree with me, you should see that happiness is no longer a viable goal. So then, what are you supposed to aim for now? Most people, myself included, end up with the same answer. After happiness, people tend to say, well, then I just want to be content. I'd be fine with being content. As I said, I came up with this answer as well. If happiness isn't consistent enough, being content is. There aren't as many fluctuations, it's most people's baseline state, it's neither too bad and it's neither too good. However, having contentment as your goal is also stupid. Contentment is another emotion, it is an internal feeling, so unless you have perfect control over your emotions, you're going to be thrown around by your environment. Though contentment is a much more solid state than happiness is, because it rests in the middle rather than at an edge, but when you set an emotion as a goal, you try and confine yourself to a particular state, and that goes against a fundamental principle of life: change. Change is always going to happen. Life needs you to experience, and how can you properly experience if your actions are constant? The most powerful experience we can have are those that are influenced by emotion, as it changes your vibrational frequency. Thus, life is going to force you into situations where you have to feel these emotions and have these deep experiences. Instead of the surface level crap you usually feel and experience on a day-to-day basis. A better goal would be to live and embrace each emotion fully. Now, you don't want to be controlled by these emotions, so there needs to be a barrier of separation, and you need to be able to act independently of them. When the emotions come, you don't want to reject them. They are a part of you, and they aren't going anywhere. Learn to live with them, to use them for your own sake. Emotions are essentially just energy, so they can be used as fuel. For example, anger or joy. If you are able to channel the energy they provide into what you are doing, you can be much more productive. Negative emotions tend to be short bursts of very intense energy, whereas positive emotions are much more sustainable over the long term. So if you can embrace each emotion fully and utilize the energy they provide effectively, you can be much more productive and have a much more fulfilling life.
And we still ISO to the end. Still the same ones. Big up.